What is going on, guys? It's Rob from Heroes Avenue. It's been a while since I made a video. Hope you guys are all doing well. In this video, we have a lot to talk about. I first want to kick things off with the Depp versus Heard trial. I'm not going to talk a long time about it. I do want to start off with a question to you in regards to that trial. But we're really going to be digging into The Flash and Michael Keaton's first appearance as Batman in the DCEU. We have some new news in regards to that. We'll also talk about some news that dropped yesterday in regards to Todd Phillips, who directed Joker, being asked to do more for DC. So I'm going to get into some of that. But before we get started, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate you rocking with us. Anyways, quickly, I want to start off with a question in regards to the Depp v. Heard trial. Don't know if you guys watched it. I know for myself, all I can say is that I watched a lot of this trial, more so than I originally intended, got sucked into it, and I gotta say, the verdict was read, was it yesterday or 2 days ago now? And I think it went the right way. While both somewhat won their cases in a sense, Johnny Depp definitely came out on top. Just to summarize, he is receiving more money based on what the jury has decided, and this may signal a comeback for Johnny in a sense. Maybe he won't come back to the full extent, but I imagine that he won over the public for the most part, and I imagine there'll be a comeback for him. But what does that say for Miss Heard? Miss Heard, who is also playing Mara in Aquaman 2. My question to you guys is, do you think the 10 minutes that she's supposedly in now gets cut out completely for Aquaman 2? I'm curious to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments down below. Is she in or is she out of Aquaman 2 based on what happened in this trial, everything that was revealed? And there were some really bad things revealed in regards to her character and everything. And I know that should not matter in regards to telling a story, but ultimately, if she brings negative press to this movie and loses the movie money just because of her presence, I could imagine the studios doing that. Do I think so? I'm erring on the side of not, but you never know with these studios. So I'm curious to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments down below. Is she in or is she out of Aquaman 2 completely? Let's move on to topic number 2, and it has to do with Todd Phillips. So let me find the article out yesterday. So for those of you OG fans of the Snyderverse, here, you guys know that a lot of our content coming up was just covering a lot of the Snyderverse stuff because we were big fans of it and still are big fans of it. Anyways, one of the villains of the Snyderverse, you can call Toby Emmerich one of those guys, and he's still one of the people that has, or had, I should say, a job at Warner Brothers. And he has stepped down from his position, and he got a producing deal, so he'll still be working with WB. But there was a lot of celebration on the internet yesterday as we found out that news. But in that same article where we found out that news, here you can see it says Michael DeLuca, Pam Abby reached deal to lead Warner Brothers film division. And this is a separate article right here. But in this article, this news came out at the same time as we heard that Toby Emmerich will be stepping down from his position. But in this specific article, we heard that Zaslav says, it says sources say he's asked Todd Phillips, the multi-hyphenate, I don't know, am I saying that right? Hyphenate, so I don't have my glasses, who created Dark 2019 billion-dollar grosser Joker, to do more in the DC universe, potentially acting as an advisor, though he will not serve as in an executive capacity. A knowledgeable source says Phillips and Zaslav has discovered a rapport through Phillips, though Phillips is not an expert on the broader DC universe. While at Disney-owned Marvel chief creative officer Kevin Feige oversees film division, film, television, animation, and publishing, there has been no single voice guiding DC. DC chief Hamada oversees the film universe based on the company's characters, including its HBO Max spinoffs. DC's properties are only loosely connected and sometimes take place in entirely separate universes, such as the Oscar-winning Joker and Matt Reeves' Batman, released in March. So, Toby Emmerich's gone. Walter Amada, I imagine he will be gone at some point as well, because Zaslav seems to be replacing people, putting the people he wants in there, and kind of reshaping this whole thing. I don't blame him for that. I think it's the right move to do that because ultimately he needs to be in control of the ship. And I do, while I do love Todd Phillips and what he did with Joker, I gotta say, I am not. I guess I will say I don't think he is the man to lead the DCEU, but all this article says, because there was a lot of people talking about that, is he going to be leading the DCEU going forward? The article basically says Zaslav wants for him to do more in the DC universe, not necessarily the DCEU. So in that regard, I could say, yeah, he's already going to be doing the Joker sequel, so we got that. But would he be doing more? Yeah. But I imagine that Zaslav also wants this. This is what the stories say, that he wants to create a more shared and connected universe, kind of like what the MCU is doing. There ain't no shame in trying to copy what they're doing, or at least the model. Not exactly, of course. We don't want them to copy it. We want DC to be its own thing, have its own presence and feel. And you know, I don't think copying the model of Marvel is a bad thing, though. And Todd Phillips, I think he's great. Don't think he's the man to lead the broader DCEU, because I do think if we are to find that man, and we did have one in Zack Snyder, I think we need someone who is really passionate about the DC universe as a whole. Todd Phillips had this singular vision for the Joker, but I don't know if that he necessarily had one for the broader DC universe outside of Batman, even the Batman universe, even. So, you guys let me know what I think. Am I reading this wrong, or do you think that Todd Phillips can be the person to lead the DCEU going forward? I know a lot of the answers from our subscribers would probably say, hey, Zack Snyder, but he's doing his own thing at Netflix right now. So as of right now, we're going to count him out of the picture. Seems like Zaslav is moving real fast in regards to shaping this future that he wants. So we shall see. And speaking of the future, let's go ahead and check out this breaking news right here. Breaking news. Here we go. Boom. It says, it's from Variety. It says, as Ezra Miller's scandals mount, what option does Warner Brothers have for The Flash? And it looks like they're going to keep it. I'm going to skip the fluff here. It basically sums up all of the controversy regarding Ezra Miller that I've covered in previous videos. Here we go. So actually, okay, here I'm going to start reading from here. Barreling unforeseen developments. Sources say Warner's is barring unforeseen developments. Sorry, my glasses. Sources say Warner's is barreling ahead with the intention to give the superhero film the full blockbuster treatment. The Flash simply costs too much money to scrap the project entirely, and it will not generate the revenues needed to turn a profit without playing in theaters. That was a duh to me. For option 3 to happen without triggering a major backlash, Miller would need to be on their best behavior, and that's a big question because so far Miller has been dogged by one controversy after another, leaving collaborators concerned about the actor's welfare. Supposedly, he's been getting more help lately, and he's been in communication with Warner Brothers, so hopefully that continues. It says compounding matters. News broke on Wednesday that veteran film executives Michael DeLuca and Pamela Abdy are replacing Toby Emmerich as chairs of Warner Bros. Motion Picture Group. Though the quality of the comic book film franchise has improved under DC chief Walter Hamada's tenure, any leadership changes at the studio puts the previous regime movie slate in limbo. And with Warner Bros. Discovery CEO David Zaslav keeping a tight grip on cost controls at the company, the marketing spend for a title such as big as The Flash remains a question. There are a myriad of directions that Warner Bros. Could go, says Jeff Bach, box office analyst with Exhibitor Relations. Choosing the right one is paramount for the future of DC. Man, you get paid to say this stuff? Come on, man. That's a no-brainer. So since the controversy surrounds Miller and not the movie itself, some DC fans wondered if Grant Gustin, who plays the title character in the ongoing and unrelated CW series The Flash, would be recast in a big screen version. That is a terrible idea. I don't care how much you guys love the CW, he would not fit in with the Flash, especially the character as it stands in the CW. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I did like the Flash for a few seasons, but no, that's not it. would be recast in a big screen version. It's rare practice. So it's happened before, but I'm not going to go ahead and go into that. Let's skip down. It says, with the Flash, insiders say it would not be possible to replace Miller without reshooting the entire movie. No, duh. They are in just about every scene, and there is not enough digital technology in existence to configure that magic without going back to square one and redoing the entire film is not a realistic proposition for any movie, much less one that wrapped production months ago and already cost hundreds of millions of dollars. Got a lot of people who didn't do anything wrong on the movie. So yeah, like I said, in previous videos, you guys know that, like I was talking about the Amber Heard trial earlier, I definitely supported Depp on the side of things after hearing a lot of the evidence, but I could still watch Amber Heard as Mira and Aquaman. It's not going to wince or anything like that. I'll be able to watch it, be able to separate the artist from the art. Um, so it says sources close to the Flash also believe that Miller is similarly under the radar despite critics for credits like the film adaptation of Perks of Being a Wallflower, great movie, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, Justice League, and three Fantastic Beasts installments. Already, Miller's streak of arrests had forced Warner Brothers to downplay the actor's involvement in Fantastic Beasts. Secrets of Dumbledore, I haven't watched it yet. Gonna watch it this weekend. It's on HBO Max now. I definitely waited for that one. Let's see what else this article says. Um, the thing about superheroes is it really doesn't matter who is under the mask, box says. Wrong. I think you are totally wrong. You can plug and play different actors in those roles. Though Miller's take on the characters appeared in several DC mashups like Justice League, Bach argues that they are not the face of the Flash. Yeah, that part, yeah, you're true. That's true. As there is not Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. Yeah, I do agree with this guy there. Um, let's see. I am looking at. I heard that there were reactions to this story that says it was really good. Um, let's see. I swore that I swore that I saw. Let's go back to the Twitter. It says, okay, I'm on the Flash Film News Twitter. It says, according to Variety, The Flash has been extraordinarily well received among test audiences, and Warner Brothers remains enthusiastic, can't talk tonight, about the film being a film, believing it to be one of DC's strongest theatrical efforts. Okay, for some reason I probably skipped it in that article, but I don't want to make this video incredibly long. So let's just go off this headline. It has been extraordinarily well received in early test screenings, according to close sources close to the movie. We've heard that. We've heard kind of mixed things, but some of the things that have come out about the test screenings was that yes, this movie is being really well received. And I read to you guys kind of almost a breakdown of the entire plot as it was leaked on Reddit. You can guys search a previous video in the past couple months, talked about the leaks, and a lot of people were bashing on him. But I had to say, I think I said in one of my videos, if I remember correctly, guys, I get the whole protest against this movie. I totally get it. But if you're reading this, reading something and seeing it play on screen is totally two different things. And if I had to imagine them doing this outline, this skeleton of the movie and putting it on screen, I think it looks like a blockbuster for the most part, guys. Like, there are some things in there that were very questionable and change up what I love about the previous DC movies in some regards, namely Man of Steel. But I gotta say, as a movie and a general audience goer, if they saw this play out, they're gonna have a lot of fun with it. I gotta say, us fans of the Snyderverse, as it has been previously, gonna be real upset with some of the changes, but it does leave the room open for a lot of things. So, at least according to the leaks that I've seen. So, yeah, Flash extraordinarily well received. Has the needle moved in your guys' opinion? I know it's been a really controversial topic. Has the needle moved for you? I'm still gonna give the movie a chance. Obviously, I don't want them to change a lot of things, but again, what am I? I'm not gonna get stuck living in the past. I do want Snyder to come back and do some of do work. You know, I can't imagine it's gonna be in the same vein as he was originally, but you never know what the future holds. But I'll give this movie a chance. Shoot. And if it's not good, I'll call it out. And if it's good, I'll call it out too. But let me know what you guys think about that. Let's lastly talk about the Batman. Now, these guys rubbed me the wrong way right off the bat. Now, I've covered Batgirl a little bit. It says Batgirl's, I'm on Insider here. says Batgirl directors confirmed that Michael Keaton plays Batman in the upcoming HBO Max movie, but they don't know which ones they're gonna. We don't know where we're gonna actually see this guy first. Whether it's in, it was supposed to be the Flash was supposed to come out first, but Batgirl also doesn't have a release date. Okay, I'm trying to sum up the article, and they don't know where he's going to show up first. Here's what they had to say. Directors Adil El Arbi and Bilal Fallah confirmed to Insider Wednesday that their upcoming Batgirl movie for HBO Max will feature Michael Keaton as Batman. Can we see anything? El Arbi asked his longtime filmmaking partner. F yes, Fallah responded. The OG Batman is in this movie, and I kind of despise them for for the statement. Not because I have anything really against OG Batman, which I'm not a biggest fan of, or I was a fan of and just grew less to be a fan of over time. But they kind of teased us with the fact that Ben Affleck was going to be the Batman in the movie in their Instagram posts. Then it came out as Keaton is it, and I'm sure a lot of people love that. I was kind of annoyed with that. Anyways, I'm sure this movie's going to be fun. The behind the scenes footage and video and photos look great. Um, but now the only question is left is whether the movie will unveil Keaton's return in Flash or Batgirl. Again, a lot of things are up in the air, especially because the Flash got pushed back. The story behind the scenes is that Ezra Miller needed extra time, not only because of the controversy, but because of something happening in his personal life. And they, of course, need the star to promote the movie, which they can't right now. So, um, basically, I'm sure Leslie Grace is going to do great in the role. She looks amazing in the role. But questions up in the air where we're going to see Michael Keaton first. I'm still curious about the movie, just a little salty about how the directors unveiled everything. But let me know what you guys thought about that story. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please do subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit the notification bell to be notified every time we do make a video. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.